Life speeds ahead. We move from one moment to the next, making choices, reacting, desiring, fearing, often without realizing what is guiding these movements. This is the story of a young seeker whose search for answers would change how he understood his own life. Long ago, in a land of open plains and forest paths, lived a young seeker named Nalin. He often felt swept along by life, as if his choices were made before he even noticed them. Some days he was driven by desire, chasing outcomes that promised happiness. On other days, fear held him back, making him hesitate and doubt his own steps. His actions often shifted with his moods, pulling him in different directions. No matter how hard he tried, he could not find a steady path. He longed to understand how to take charge of his own life, to move with purpose rather than drift aimlessly. Though intelligent and capable, he felt increasingly disconnected from his own intentions and was beginning to lose hope. As his restlessness grew, Nalin wandered beyond his village to seek guidance. He came upon a wise teacher, known for his deep understanding of the self. The teacher listened carefully as Nalin spoke of his struggles, the constant inner pull of desires, fears, and doubts, and how he felt powerless to guide his own life. The teacher nodded. "You are not truly lost, Nalin. The confusion lies not outside, but within. Until you understand this, you will feel carried along, never reaching clarity." To show him, the teacher led Nalin to a quiet road where a chariot stood still, drawn by powerful horses. The teacher looked at Nalin thoughtfully and said, "This chariot is you." He continued, pointing to each part. "The chariot itself is your body, the vehicle through which you experience the world. It is necessary for the journey, but it has no direction of its own." The horses represent the five senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Full of strength and desire, they race toward pleasure and comfort, never pausing to ask where they are going. Driven only by immediate gratification, life becomes a scattered run, movement without direction, speed without meaning. The reins are your mind. Their purpose is to gather the force of the senses and guide them. If the reins are loose or tangled, even strong horses become dangerous. The charioteer is your intellect, buddhi. It must be alert, discerning, and steady. Its task is not to suppress the horses, but to guide them wisely, choosing when to move forward and when to hold back. And the silent passenger seated within the chariot is the real you, the true self. It does not pull, steer, or command. It simply witnesses. The teacher paused and then added, "Wisdom begins the moment you turn inward and recognize the master of the chariot." When the mind is uncontrolled and the senses follow impulses blindly, life becomes unstable. But when the intellect is awake and the senses are guided by reason, the mind and body act in harmony. Life flows with clarity, peace, and freedom. Nalin bowed deeply, feeling a quiet understanding settle within him. He realized that true freedom did not mean fast-forwarding the journey, but learning to guide it from within, with awareness. He understood that this guidance required patience, because the senses could not be controlled in a single day, practice, because the mind became steady only through regular effort, and honest inner work, because true awareness grew slowly through discipline and reflection. With this insight, Nalin resolved to walk his path with firm intention, knowing that every conscious step, however small, was shaping the direction of his life. The chariot metaphor from the Katha Upanishad reminds us that self-mastery of mind, senses, and intellect is the path to peace, freedom, and the key to a meaningful and liberated life. We are not meant to silence the senses or abandon the world, but to guide them with clarity and awareness. When the chariot is well guided, the destination is not chaos, but inner freedom. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom from Hindu scriptures. Stay tuned for next episode.